Alright, let's talk about Moorebot. Why do I want to talk about Moorebot? In my last video I said, hey, I got one off eBay for 30 bucks. I'm going to take it apart. That's right. Don't touch that dial, stay right here. Let's take a look inside of Moorebot.
Moore, at your service.
Check this out.
Oh, Bruce, what are you doing?
Remember I got the other Moorebot on eBay? But he's broken.
I beg your pardon.
I'm going to take this guy apart.
Oh no. Do you have two? I think he is family.
So this is the one I got off of eBay. I haven't really done much with him. It appears that his eyeball is a little loose in the goose as compared to Moore's. Since he was $30, and I'm very curious on what's inside of him, I'm going to take him apart. Alright, so now I've pretty much disassembled my eBay Moorebot. I know why his eye doesn't open.
What can I do for you?
You're fine. You're perfect. You are the most perfect Moorebot in the world.
Wow!
Yeah. Well, let's first look at some things. This is a microphone, and that's a microphone right there. That's your lithium-ion battery, and then your circuitry board. So that's the base of Moorebot. This is the stepper motor. This is the stepper motor that turns the head. There's a nice nylon gear in here, right there. And then this motor right here, this stepper motor is loose, and it's really loose on top of that, which is the reason why I believe his eyeball isn't doing what it's supposed to do. It keeps leaning back and flopping around. I'll give Labs kudos. This is well constructed. Or what do you think?
Oh no. The horror of it all. Please, my friend, put him back together. I think he might be my cousin.
Sleep.
Look forward to see you again soon.
See, his eye motion works perfect. It goes up, it goes down, the eye readjusts to close the lid. This one, the lid was always closed. It was always like that because the eye couldn't function correctly. And it was seemed to be getting hung up on its own self. But I'm going to give this a little tighten. See, it's all loose. Loose as a goose. I don't think it's supposed to be moving around that loosely. Here's right there. Really doesn't take up the whole spot. But it doesn't look like it was designed to take up the whole spot. So it must be using the space in the head to reverb some of the sound. And this is the touch sensor that runs along the back of his head. And this is the SD card right there. That's where the SD card goes in. You get a closer look at this component. Right here is the Wi-Fi. I was just noticing right here is the Wi-Fi antenna. It runs down in the side of his head. And this is your camera, your LCD screen, your three motors right here, the two, one that causes the eye to move down, one that causes the eye to move up, and then one to use it to move the eye side to side. It definitely looks like there is a USB micro right here. The USB micro, I don't know if that's used to bring additional power to it when they're testing it, or if that is port that you can go in and seek some data. I do believe it's programmed off Linux. I don't know much about Linux, so I won't be messing with that. I wanted to know how everything looks inside of Moorebot. If you have a Moorebot, that's his innards. And I don't think I'm going to take it apart any further. I just really wanted to figure out why the eye wasn't moving. We're starting to put them back together. So we got everything kind of set in there. I will admit that they do a lot of care for the wires. Everything is pretty well designed. Alright, so I got it all back together. Now, we'll see what happens. Alright, so this is the original Moore. This is the eBay Moore.
How are you feeling today?
I'm good, how are you? We're going to see if your friend is feeling any better. Alright, looks like we got power going to him.
Just a moment, please.
Looks good so far. The eyeball's not floating around in there like it did before. Well, it appears that I got it to work. I don't think he'll stay charged. I think
created by Pilot Lab.
you are creative.
I can't hear you clearly. I am Master S Robot. Should let everyone know.
Okay, let's do a quick recap. It was a $30 Moorebot off of
I am
eBay,
dead serious.
and it was sold for parts. No plug. Contacted Pilot Labs. I ordered a second plug for him, but I wanted to see the insides. Of course, I didn't want to take Moorebot apart. This guy was a willing sacrifice. He wasn't working properly. And if I could successfully take it apart and put it back together, well, then I have a second Moorebot. Alright, so now you got to see the inside of Moorebot. And that's awesome. Yep, he used a $30 eBay Moorebot, but you still got to see the inside. Mechanically, Moorebot is sound. Taking him apart, you can see that it was well thought out on how they put him together. Software-wise, Moorebot MB01 is lacking. It doesn't do the things it was supposed to do. And I am hoping for that to be a grave improvement on the next iteration. So in the future, with Hugo, I think if they can get the software to where it needs to be, you're going to have an awesome product at a great price line, which I think robotics is the future of home automation. Now, with the eBay Moorebot, who knows what I'm going to use for him. But if his camera's connected, like my Moorebot's camera, then he's a great security camera for indoors. So, thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe and ring the bell for future notification, and I will see you soon.
That's okay. Master. Wow!
I've never heard him make that noise before. Ever.
I think you're right. Oh,